Unwind with us. Welcome to the show. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nikki.
Well, Nikki, it's been another 7 or 8 days. We got much to talk about. We got
yes.
a packed show this day.
All right,
Let's get into it. All right, first of all, welcome to Unwind with us. I'm Marcus, and of course, you just heard my co-host Nikki, and you see it on the presentation here. All right. We got sports. We got sports adjacent stories, technology, gaming news, celebrity entertainment news stories, food releases, Melanated March women history moments, movies and TVs, and how we unwind. So, like and subscribe. All right, let's get into sports. Okay, first of all, we got NFL free agency. Um, Here's all the key moves that I've seen. There's a lot more. There's still some going on. Quarterback Malik Willis signed a 3-year, 67.5 million deal with the Miami Dolphins. As you know, they got rid of Tua. Kyler Murray joins the Minnesota Vikings for a 1-year deal. Marcus Mariota re-signed with the Washington Commanders for 1 year. Daniel Jones was extended with the Colts for 2 years, up to $100 million. So he did good, and they rewarded him. That's awesome. On edge rushers, Trey Hendricks agreed to a 4-year deal, $112 million with the Baltimore Ravens. Jalen Phillips signed a 4-year deal, $120 million contract with the Carolina Panthers. And the Odolph Owen joined the Commanders for 4 years at $100 million. So I guess everybody has some money to spend. Wide receiver room, Alex Pierce re-signed with the Colts for 4 years for $116 million. Mike Evans left my Tampa Bay Buccaneers and went with the San Francisco 49ers. I ain't mad at it. I'm mad at it, but I ain't mad at it because he's gonna be with Purdy. So he signed. Doesn't say how long, but he's got a 42.4 mil. And Romeo Dobbs joined the Patriots for 4 years. They didn't list what his salary is going to be. Running back Kenneth Walker III signed a 3-year deal with the Chiefs. Now, just to give context, he was the most valuable player in the Super Bowl. Okay. Travis Etienne Jr., he left the Jaguars and he joined the Saints for a 4-year deal. I don't know what the deal with it. I don't know if that was money, maybe, but he was in their better spot in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I liked him.
Saints may have a bigger stage, but he was the lead in Jacksonville, but the Jags did get a running back to replace him. Davis Montgomery moved to the Texans. All right. Interior lineman Taylor Linderbaum becomes the highest paid interior lineman with a 3-year deal at $81 million with the Raiders. While Zion Johnson signed a 3-year deal for $49.5 million contract with the Browns. Let's get on to the next one. Kansas City Chiefs strengthened their backfield with Kenneth Walker III and retained Travis Kelce and Tyquan Thornton while adding safety Eloy Gilman and defensive tackle Kyrus Tonga. Baltimore Ravens pivot after the Max Crosby trade fell through, signed Trey Hendricks and Jalen Hawkins to bolster their defense. Carolina Panthers made a splash by signing Jalen Phillips and linebacker Devin Lloyd, addressing a key defensive needs. Buffalo Bills acquired wide receiver DJ Moore and signed edge Bradley Chubb, while re-signing key players like C. Connor McGovern. San Francisco 49er, again, they added wide receiver Mike Evans and defensive tackle Osa. I'm not going to butcher that name. Enhancing both offense and defense. New England Patriots signed Romeo Dobbs, offensive line, Elijah Vera Tucker to strengthen their offensive line and receiving corps. Notable trends, quarterback movement. Several teams address quarterback depth with high-profile moves, including Murray to Minnesota and Willis to Miami. Defensive upgrade teams like the Panthers, Ravens, and Commanders focus on edge rushers and linebackers to improve pass rush and coverage. High-value contract free agency has seen record-setting deals for edge rushers and wide receivers, reflecting the premium on pass rush and offensive playmakers. Re-signing, many teams retain key veterans such as Travis Kelce, Chiefs, Rashad Shaheed, Seahawks, and Mitch Winowski, Bills, maintaining continuous while adding new talent. Also, the Jaguars retain their quarterback. He said that he's going to ride with Jacksonville because they were riding with him.
That's right. Shout out to Travis. Jeez.
Is it Trevor?
I think we had a Trevor and a Travis. But yeah, it's Trevor.
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. Summary: and like I say, many more trades have been going. I mean, some have latest as today. The 2026 NFL free agency has been fast-paced and transformative, with teams aggressively reshaping rosters through high-profile signing, trades, and extensions. Key storylines include the Ravens' defensive acquisition, the Chiefs' backfield, and the Panthers' defensive investment, quarterback moves, edge rusher contracts, and wide receivers. So we hope that all these moves benefit. I didn't get a lot of information as far as the Steelers are concerned. I do know that as of today, last I checked, there's been no word as far as Aaron Rodgers. And then the other thing is that they do have a quarterback, I guess you could say, in training or sitting behind the quarterback. So they're saying if Aaron doesn't come to play and they don't get someone in the draft, then the backup quarterback will be starting.
Right.
They're going to roll with him. Apparently, they say that Mike McCarthy does good with young, new quarterbacks. And so hopefully this, like a better word, marriage works out. They do want Aaron Rodgers back, but Aaron still hasn't.
No, we don't want him back. I speak for Steeler Nation. We don't. We're good.
Well, I don't know what to say, but we'll keep it moving. Okay, what we got coming up next here? All right, in case you haven't heard, it is March Madness. The teams were selected this previous Sunday. The first games are this evening. They're going to be played in Dayton, Ohio. That'll be the first four. And then it also will continue on the 19th through the 20th, which actually the Florida Gators are going to play on I think they're going to play on the 19th. So they're in the running. And I'll go over the teams in a little bit here. But I just know that the Florida Gators are going to play tomorrow. The second round would be March 21st to the 23rd and the 22nd. And then the Sweet 16 will be March 26th to the 27th. The Elite 8 will be the 28th through the 29th. The Final Four will be April 4th. and the championship game will be April 6th in Indianapolis.
All right.
Okay. Grabbing the wrong mouse. Oh, it's how they shoot with a mouse.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right. It's hard out here being an engineer.
All right, dude.
All right. The NET rankings on selected Sunday, which, like I said, was expressed Sunday. Here are the list of the top 16 teams in the country per the NCAA NET ranking, which they're...
What is NET?
I don't know.
All right, carry on.
I'm just being honest. I'm reading. Theoretically should result in the teams that will be seeded 1 through 4 in their respective regions comes the bracket reveals shows on selected Sunday. Rankings reflect of games through Saturday, March 14th. Number 1 is Duke. Number 2 is Michigan. Number 3 is Arizona. Number 4 is Florida. Number 5, Houston. Number 6, Gonzaga. Number 7, Iowa State. Number 8, Illinois. Number 9, Purdue. Number 10, UConn. Number 11, Michigan State. Number 12, Virginia. Number 13, Nebraska. 14, Vanderbilt. Number 15, Louisville. Number 16, Arkansas. 17, Alabama. 18, Texas Tech. 19, Tennessee. 20, St. John's. And the bracket is posted. My best advice to go get to look at the brackets. Some of your like ESPN, CBS, they will have the brackets posted, but you also can get it on X. They have the brackets on there, and as the play goes, the brackets will be updated. Okay. All right. Next, let's go into, well, before we go into the NBA, there is a baseball game being played. The World, what's it called? The World, what is it? Is it the World Baseball Championship? You hadn't heard about that?
I don't think that's...
Yeah, World Baseball Classic.
Okay.
And oh, that's not good. Venezuela is beating the United States, and they're in the, I want to say they're in the top of the 5th inning. So yeah, this is the I believe this is the championship game, and so we're hoping that the USA can pull it out. All right, so I just want to mention that. So yeah, it's the World Baseball Classic, and the game is on right now. And Venezuela's leading 2-0. All right, now let's get into some NBA, and these stats are effective Friday, I think, or Sunday. Sunday's so it's effective Sunday. So if they've had games played up until now, but I'm thinking the order has not changed. So in the Eastern Conference, we have the Detroit Pistons, the leading, and number 2 is the Boston Celtics. Number 3 is the New York Knickerbockers.
Knicks.
Hey, back in the day we called them the Knickerbockers.
Well, we don't do that.
What do you mean we? Thank you. Number 4 is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 5 is the Orlando Magic. Number 6 is the Miami Heat. Number 7 is the Toronto Raptors. Number 8 is the Philadelphia 76ers. Number 9 is the Atlantic Hawks, and number 10 is the Charlotte Hornets. And that would be the Eastern Conference. Remember, the top 8 gets in. The reason I go to 10 is because 9 and 10 has to play 7 and 8 to see, and they can, if 9 and 10 wins, they're in. If they lose, they're out, and 7 and 8 joins the playoffs.
Okay.
And the playoff starts the beginning of June. Just to give you a heads up. In the Western Conference, number 1 is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 2 is the San Antonio Spurs. Number 3 is the Houston Rockets. Number 4 is the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 5 is the Denver Nuggets. Number 6 is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 7 is the Phoenix Suns. Number 8 is the LA Clippers. Number 9 is the Golden State Warriors. And number 10 is the Portland Trailblazers. Oh, man. My Warriors fell down to 9. They need to get together.
What?
They fell down to 9th place.
Who?
The Golden State Warriors.
Oh.
I know they can get together. I know they're missing 2 of their top players, but wow.
Okay then.
All right. Okay. Now we're on to sports adjacent stories. Dak Prescott and fiance officially cancels wedding as they inform guests of a difficult decision. So, the skinny is, well, at first it was, he signed a $240 million contract with the Cowboys, and he wanted a prenup with, before they going through with the wedding in the Bahamas, I believe that was. Well,
I think it was in Italy.
Oh, it was in Italy? Okay, I think they were. Okay, the bachelor and bachelorette party was in the Bahamas. That's what it was. And the couple do share 2 daughters. They've been together for 3 years. Okay. Now, what we were told was that she did not want to sign a prenup, and that called off the wedding. Now, allegedly, they say she found out that Dak had some dummy accounts or fake pages, and he was being a little player. So she found all this out, and that's allegedly what's coming out to saying why the wedding was terminated.
Right.
All right. Next, we have Patrick Mahomes post 2 words reaction to the Chiefs adding Super Bowl MVP. So the MVP Kenneth Walker III, to a 3-year deal with the Chiefs. So they still got a mountain to climb because Patrick is still rehabbing. So, but Walker did a 3-year deal for $45 million. I think he got more, but running backs are a dime a dozen.
Right.
But I think he probably could have got more. But let's see. All right. Another good thing for the Chiefs. Travis Kelce made his retirement decision, and he decided that he's going to return to the field and play 1 more year. I think this is going to be his 15th year.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is year 14. So this will be year 14.
Right.
Yeah, so good on you, Travis. Welcome back. Now you're going to have a running back. You're the what's he
Wide receiver.
Yeah, I think he's a wide receiver, or is he the
No, he's a
what's the other position? Wide receiver. Oh God, it slips my mind.
I know. But anyway, he's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, he's back. He ran across the middle. All right, next we got NASCAR. Now this was let's see, when was this? This past Sunday. Not this past Sunday, a week ago Sunday. Christopher Bell, he won and he was at the finish line with Straight Talk Wireless at the 500 at the Phoenix Raceway. He pulls up to the winner's circle, spins out, gets out the car, and the Fox reporter is standing right there getting ready to interview him. And as they're getting ready to start the interview, his car starts to roll away.
Of course. Wow.
So the interview was interrupted as he chased down the car and put it in park. Gotta love it, huh?
That's crazy.
All right, another thing. I don't know if you heard about Egypt Chris speaking out after getting KO'd during the debut boxing match. She said that this was definitely a lesson, but she's going to come back stronger. She's not giving up. In case you didn't know, Egypt Chris is the daughter of Tretch and Sandra Peppa Denton. Made her boxing debut despite ultimately losing and getting knocked out. She keeping her head up. And if you saw the video, it was brutal. Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It was very brutal. Brutal. Very brutal. And in case we had another boxing incident that happened. Apparently, Blueface is boxing now. And Krishan Rock is boxing now.
Now, that one I've heard about.
Now, from what I was told, so they have a restraining order against one another, right? So, but when they were together, they always fought. So now that they're separated, it's funny how both of them went into boxing, so they can continue fighting, just not with one another.
Yeah, that part.
So wow, but again, we wish Egypt much luck. She says this is what she quoted on her social media: "Your girl's still good, coming back stronger than ever. My fire is fueled." And then she did a fire emoji. I don't know what kind of side face emojis was, and then a black heart.
Okay.
So, don't know what the black heart represents either, but okay, do you, boo?
All right.
Okay, next we got Bam Adebayo. Scored 83 points, second most points in NBA history.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did that. I watched the highlights of the game, and he had 40 points in the first quarter. So they were definitely feeding him that rock.
Oh, yes.
And he says once he got to the third quarter, and he was like, I think he had like 75 points or somewhere around there, and it was just like they were like, "Yo, go for it." Kobe's records in sight.
Right.
So apparently, Kobe had 81 points, correct? And Bam has 83, and the only one above him is Wilt Chamberlain with 100.
Right. Well, he's still on top.
Yep, still on top. All right. This is sad. NFL fans celebrating change to Sunday Night Football. Well, the coach was fired.
Okay.
Yeah, that was bad. They called him and told him that.
Okay, who are we talking about?
Tony Dungy.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep. Tony Dungy.
We're losing all the greats.
So yeah, they basically, he says, I have been informed by NBC that I won't be back with the FNIA this fall, and it has given me time to reflect and also to look ahead, he wrote. Football in America is the FNIA.
Okay.
football night in America. Okay.
Okay.
So he says this is disappointing news, but I want to thank my NBC family for making the last 17 years so special. I have lasting memories of my time there, especially with Rodney Harris, who has become a tremendous friend.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty bad. I thought that wow. So, but I would say this: I've seen some broadcasts where some people they need to retire them, and I mean, Dungy seems like was doing a very good job. He still was on point with everything.
Right.
But there were some other people, and I won't mention their names, but there were some other people that I thought that they should have excommunicated a long time ago. But those are the breaks.
Right.
All right, that concludes sports and sports adjacent stories. Now we're going to get into technology and gaming news. All right. Let's get with it here. All right. Spotify touts 11 billion paid to music industry addressing streaming criticism. Okay, so Spotify announced that it has paid out more than 11 billion to artists and labels in 2025, bringing its total payout since launch to nearly 70 billion and marking what the companies call the largest annual payment to music from any retailer in history.
What's that?
Huh?
I was saying, what's that?
What's what?
Go on.
Next, we have Xbox surprise. Microsoft revealed Project Helix as the code name of its next console. In the days leading up to one of the games industry's bigger trade conferences, Microsoft has quietly unveiled the code name for its next generation Xbox console, Project Helix.
Oh.
The name appears without initial fanfare in a post on X on Thursday morning. Now, Magnus was the name of the chip, the computer chip.
Okay.
So people were confused. Was it Magnus or is it Helix?
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, Magnus was the name of the computer chip that they had developed.
Okay.
But the Xbox console project name is Helix. Now, there is some speculation. I mean, they're still keeping the actual name of the console under wrap. The Project Helix is what it's known to while it's in the development stage.
Okay.
So people are wondering what are they going to actually call the console, because we don't know if there's going to be Xbox 720 or it might be the Series X2. We don't know, or they may give it some other kind of name. I don't know.
Right.
Now they are Xbox CEO Asha Sharma, who just replaced longtime leader Phil Spencer, followed up in a post on her own account in which she briefly discussed her team's commitment to the return of Xbox. Sharma also noted that Project Helix would lead in performance and play your Xbox and PC games. Okay, so basically, if it's going to be kind of like the UI they got on the ROG Ally X, where you can have your Xbox PC games and you can have your Steam library. Allegedly, nothing's been confirmed because these people are so wishy-washy out here. But I'm gonna stay on the professionalism. So anyway, what's happening is the console is going to be a console first, so it will be playing video games that are developed for the console. Okay, it will have Windows 11 on the console, but when the Xbox app is on your console or UI, it will give you the option to switch over to Windows 11, and also in the UI, it also will give you your games will pop up, whether it be on Steam, Epic, Ubisoft, all the players. It'll basically be on this console. So this console will be able to play all your games, whether it be on Steam, whether you get it out of the Microsoft Store, or you buy any PC game from whoever. It will be able to play it on this console. So that's the big thing, what they're trying to get across. Another thing they're gonna do is they're well, I'm going first. At 2026 Gamer Develop Conference, they announced again about the console and everything. The console will, the devs will be getting their kits, development kits, the early part of 2027, which everybody's speculating that the developers are getting the development kit in the first part of 2027. That means the console may be released on the fall for the holiday 2027, which could be November. Anywhere between November and December of 2027 is when the console will actually come out. That is the speculations. Now, Microsoft could release it earlier. We don't know, because at this point in the game, those consoles are being developed. If the kits are getting ready to come out, the console's already in production. So that's one thing they wanted to say. So another thing they're doing, they're bringing their so you will be able to play all your Xbox game from Xbox to the 360 to the Xbox One to the Xbox Series X and S on Project Helix. The one other thing that they've announced that everybody's loving is that you will be able to, the developers, all they have to do is create a game one time and put it on Xbox. And there are some adjustments they're going to have to make, but they only have to develop the game once for the Helix console. And then they will, like I say, they will have where they will be able to make minor adjustments to put it on the Xbox Series X and S, the ROG Ally, or any handheld that's out there that will be playing the games, and the VR. So you'll be able to put, they'll be able to make adjustments for VR headsets and the Xbox One and Xbox 360. So they're not leaving any consoles behind. However, there is a catch, though. In order to play the games at 4K and the best graphics and whatnot, you're going to have the Helix, because it's going to have the upgraded chips and the FSR, which, okay, I won't get into that right now. But anyway, it'll be able to play the games at 4K 60, 4K 120, depending on what mode you put it in. Matter of fact, that's the next slide we'll go to. Okay, let's pull that up here so I can read off the slide here. Here we go. So you'll be able to play 4K, the smoother frame rates, 120 frames per second. It'll enhance the visuals, so older games will look much better, much sharper. You will be able to play legacy Xbox game, original assets and codes, full game library support. So if you own the game, you'll be able to play it on the new Helix. We thinking that the Helix may have a disk drive, or they may sell an attached, a separate disk drive. So we don't know how they're going to do that yet, but if you own the game, you will be able to play the game regardless when you bought it. All right. Next we got here. And here's the breaking news that they came out with. So, any Windows 11 PC, you're going to be getting the Xbox mode in April. Okay. So what that means is, if you have a Windows PC, regardless of what it is, whether it be a PC, tablet, handheld, um, regardless who it's made by, you will be getting. They will be launching a app called the Xbox Mode, and when the Xbox Mode, you'll be able to log into that, and you'll be able to play all your Xbox games, and you'll be able to play your PC games through this Xbox Mode, and that will be next month. They'll put that up in April, sometime in April. They didn't give a specific date, but in April you'll be able to basically turn any PC in the world into an Xbox. So what they've done is they Xbox, what was it? This is an Xbox campaign is dead. However, basically that's what they've scrubbed. They've even took down the videos. They've taken down any marketing from this is an Xbox. However, when they do this launch next month, any computer will be any device that has a screen will be an Xbox that's running Windows 11. But they like I say, they killed that promotion. But they are still moving forward with the concept. All right, let's move on to some other news. Walmart to add digital pricing labels to all U.S. stores.
I hear that.
And remember, I called it, didn't I? I called it before, because I've been hearing rumblings. And so basically, Walmart's going to be, like I say, they want to change the prices. Usually what they do now, somebody goes around with a little buggy, literally, and they have tags in it. So they'll have a diagram, and they'll tell if the noodles price went up, they'll change the tag to the new price. If the noodle price goes down, they'll change the tag. Now with the installation of these digital pricing, so they can just flip a switch in the computer room and change the prices. Theoretically, they're probably going to have it all set up to where Walmart's changing the prices from the central location. Probably in Arkansas.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, and I got some more news on that from about what Sony's doing, but we'll get there. So yeah, that's coming down the pipe. All right. Here's how Amazon just stepped up its robo-taxi competition with Tesla and Google. So, long story short, Amazon bought a company which is called Zoo. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm gonna spell it. It's ZOOX. So it might be ZooX. I don't know. But anyway, they announced on this past Monday that they have their own robo-taxi vehicles, and they already have testing them in Phoenix and Dallas. Right now, they retrofitted a Toyota Highlander SUV, and they do have a human safety driver in there as well. And then, as the tests move on, they're going to have a vehicle basically, and what it looks like a giant bug, like Herbie the bug, but it's, of course, big enough for multiple seats and whatnot.
Right.
I think 3 rows. It looks like it has 3 rows in there.
Okay.
And so it's gonna be looks like basically a little bus, and that's what the vehicle's gonna be. And they figure that they projected that by 2050, 98% of all cars sold could be autonomous vehicles. So wow, and this is from Morgan Stanley analyst. So, but yeah, Amazon is jumping into to compete with Tesla, Google. Who else has those vehicles? Waymo and Uber. So, all right. Next, Disney and Nintendo team up for exclusive Dreamlight Valley Switch 2. So basically, Dreamlight Valley is a Disney Sims. But they partnered with Switch to put the the Sims game on the Switch 2, and they have a Switch 2 that has all the Dreamlight graphics on it, as far as the consoles set up like that and whatnot. Even the docking station has a Dreamlight like poster on there. Basically, you can play as Mickey Mouse, or you can create your own avatar, and you're in the world of Disney. And they call it Dreamlight because it's basically all the kingdoms and stuff. I'm sure you can build your own houses and customize everything. All right. Next, speaking of automated, FedEx is planning an AI agent workforce. FedEx is building out an army of AI agents to work alongside its human workforce, positioning itself to tap the latest waves of technology crashing through corporate America. So the shipping giant, which already deployed artificial intelligence in software development and other areas, is now looking to drive AI agents further into the operation, including network planning and business processes by 2028. FedEx expects to have AI integrated into more than half of its core operational workflow. Parts of what Chief Digital and Information Officer Vishal Talwar, that's his name, wow, see as global shift toward artificial intelligence. Every employee and every task in the globe will get adapted to AI and will improve with AI, that said Talwar. I knew it was coming, but we'll see what's going on. All right, now, not to leave out DoorDash. DoorDash Dot is an autonomous delivery robot designed to bring food ordered directly to your door. It can travel at speeds up to 20 miles per hour and can carry up to 6 pizza boxes or 30 pounds of items. Dot is built to navigate various environments, including roads, bike lanes, and sidewalks, making it suitable for local deliveries. The robot uses advanced sensors and AI to ensure safe and efficient deliveries, with features like LiDAR and cameras for situational awareness. Dot is designed to be compact, weighing only 350 pounds, which helps reduce congestions on the road. It is currently available in selected cities and plans to expand its reach in the near future. All right, and for more details, you can visit the official DoorDash website. Okay, so LiDAR is, I think it's light radars. So it's like laser light radars.
Right.
And then they also have cameras, radar cameras. So, and it has cellular service. It has speakers. Matter of fact, I think I have. Oh yeah, here it is. It has 9 cameras, 4 radars, and 3 LiDARs. So, between the cameras and the LiDAR, it can see and basically see and feel where it's going. And with the 4 radars, that basically is like MapQuest or whatever the case may be for it to, so it knows your streets and diagrams and all that stuff.
Right.
So that's DoorDash, and they're already out, like I said, in selected cities, and they'll be rolling them out. There's other companies that have those similar type vehicles. So I'm sure places like Washington and California, places, Texas, that's usually be the markets where they test these robot cars are out. What was you saying? You said a comment that they're taking the job away from the Dashers.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Wow. Okay. Before I go into the next story, I do have a Sony story that's coming up. I don't have a slide for it, but here's what Sony's doing. Okay, so they are going with dynamic pricing. Okay, so what that means is that in certain regions, your video games may cost more or less depending on what Sony wants to charge you. So if let's say a game comes out and it's $50, but on the Tuesday at 2 o'clock, that game may cost $55, and then let's say by Friday night of that same week, that game might cost $45.
Oh wow.
So that's what they're going to be doing. Dynamic pricing is what it's called, and that's one of the things they're going to do moving forward. I didn't have exactly when the project has already started, but it was one of the main topics that were being trended talking. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. So if you're really into, that's one of the things that you really got to keep your eyes out for, because there's been stories of people in the same house buying the same game for two different prices.
Right.
So they did note that this is not being rolled out in Japan nor the Americas at this point. So that's something that we can look forward to. But it will, I'm sure it will be coming to these markets.
Right.
Okay, next we have Netflix. I'm sorry, Netflix. Gotta be professional. All right. So, Netflix, the next big in the music streaming industry. All right. I got a lot to read here, but I'm gonna sum it up here.
Yes.
Netflix is getting into the music business. Okay, so basically, long story short, what they're gonna do is they're going to pay an artist to, let's say they may have an artist to do a 3-year deal or 3-record or album deal. Netflix is going to pay the artist to do the 3 albums. Mm-hmm. Netflix is going to own the music. The artist will be compensating for, doing the music or doing the, singing or whatever. Singing, playing, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Netflix is going to be able to sell DVDs, or CDs, music streaming of this content, and also put the music in their shows. So, and market the music. So Netflix is gonna do everything. All the artists gotta do is show up and sing, basically, and they will be compensated. And then Netflix will take the ball and roll with it. So they're gonna start doing that soon. They've already did the research. There's 300 million users on deck. That's how many people that are already subscribed to Netflix. 300 million. And they're figuring 240 paid or they got 301.6 million paid subscribers, dwarfing Spotify, who only has 240 million paid users. So they figure that by them getting into a music business, they're gonna surpass Spotify, and also the artists are gonna be compensated up front, and they may have some back end deals as far as points and whatnot, but the artists are gonna be compensated up front.
So it's giving a combination of Spotify and Tidal.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's how Tidal does it.
Well, they made sure that their whole thing was making sure that the artist was compensated.
Right. So, like I say, the artists will be compensated up front, and then, like I said, there'll probably be some deals on the back end or whatever the case may be, where they may sign another contract. But yeah, I definitely have. This is a very big. They're figuring. They have here that they said the Netflix music in 2024 is generated $39 billion in revenue, up 15.7% from 2023. So apparently they already have some of this in. Well, you gotta figure K-pop, Demon Hunters. they made a killing on that. Um, People were streaming the songs and whatnot, and then watching the videos, and then of course they put the movies in theaters. So this is just an example of the reach that they have, and then of course the young ladies did perform on the Oscars. All right. Next, we're gonna go into celebrity entertainment news.
Let's get into it.
Okay. The 2026 Essence Festival will with a lineup of notable artists including Cardi B, Kehlani, Lotto, Patti LaBelle, Brandy, and Monica are going to be the headliners. The festival will take place from July 3rd to July 5th at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, celebrating R&B and hip hop music. So, and of course, it's presented by Coca-Cola.
That's right.
All right. So, get your tickets. I can say right now it's going to be a hell of a show.
Sounds like.
And also, this is just that's going to be at the Essence Festival, but I heard also that a lot of other artists will be performing in that city as well. All right.
Okay.
Stand-up comedian and actor Gary Owens married Brianna Johnson in an ultra-elegant Houston wedding. Saturday, March 7th. Owens, Think Like a Man and Think Like a Man 2 co-star Terrence J, Rami Malek, Jerry Farrah, and Michael Ealy and Will Packer were groomsmen. The couple's children also had special roles during the ceremony. So now Gary is married.
They look really good together too.
Yes, if you're watching on the YouTube, you'll see a nice little picture of them, and also he's in a tux and she's in her wedding gown.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That looks so good.
Yep, and the photo was by People magazine. Yes, they're still
All right.
all right. This here, I tell you, my heart about dropped on this one here. Woman charged for trying to kill Rihanna in home shooting.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this woman. Of course, if you want to explain what you saw, because I think you've seen the videos.
Yeah.
Too, so.
It's giving that she's having some kind of mental psychosis, maybe. But they found that she had been posting about Rihanna and Cardi B and who knows who else. But so there has been seemingly a build up to this. But if you see the video, it's like 1 minute she's talking about what she's gonna do, and the next minute she's talking as if Rihanna is right there in the room with her. So she's giving a little unstable. However, she drove out of state with, an AK?
Yeah, she had an AK.
So, yeah, it's just, this doesn't make any sense.
Put 16 rounds in the house. She had rolled up in a Tesla, unloaded the clip, and then drove off. But of course, in California,
Yeah, they got her.
Someone called 911. Next thing you know, the helicopter is following her out the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So they did get her, and she's being. At one point, she was on a $10 million bond, and it was decreased to 1.875 mil. But like I say, good luck on still getting the money up for bail on that one.
Right. And they were saying that Rihanna and the family were spotted, like basically getting out of there, after the whole situation, which I can imagine. She's home. Well, the whole family was home.
Yes, everyone was home, but the bullets did not penetrate the wall.
Right. But it also brings up the thing of, these celebrities' homes are known. Like they were saying that Rihanna's home is one of the stops on, the tours where they give the celebrity tours. Yeah, because they were saying like at one point she would come out and wave when they know that the people were driving by on the tour. So, like they're kind of vulnerable being so well known, but like you say, thank God nothing got through.
Yes, thank God. All right, so she can continue to working on that album.
We'll see.
You gotta be optimistic here, young lady. All right. Megan Thee Stallion and Bia seem to be beefing with a diss track. So I don't know what's Bia problem. I think it's like I say, most of the you're trying to get publicity, but she went after Megan. I mean, how you not you gonna you
Well, what it
survive?
was is Megan was on live and she was playing Cardi B in the background on her live, and she's laughing it up and having a good time. And the song that she was playing was the one, name 5 Bia songs, gun to your head, you're dead. And so Bia responds where she's basically playing Nicki Minaj's song Bigfoot, which was firing at Megan. So it's crazy, and people are saying like, instead of her doing all that, she needs to be working on putting those 5 songs out there because we're dead right now.
Yeah, because she got a new album out,
Yeah.
and I mean I have no desire to listen to it, but still, you're looking at you have a new album out there,
and it can't be that popping because nobody's talking about it. Nobody's naming not even one song, much less 5.
Yeah.
So
and then you're gonna do a clapback with somebody else's song,
right? Instead of your own, that part.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, she needs to sit down somewhere and maybe work on her own music.
Exactly.
All right.
Oh, excuse me. Well, speaking of Nikki Minaj's little sister breaks silence after being spotted at the Cardi B Houston show. Long story short, she said, "Yo."
What's her name?
Oh, her name? Ming Lee.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ming Lee has broken her silence after she was attending a Cardi B concert this week. The 20-year-old aspiring artist attended Cardi B's Houston show as part of her Little Miss Drama tour on March 4th, with videos showing Ming at the concert and rapping along to Bodak Yellow. Another video circulated on social media showing Ming at the after party following the show. Ming being present at the concert and the after party led to much chatter online, and it's no secret that her 43-year-old sister and Cardi B, 33, have long-standing beef. Many thought Ming's attendance spoke volumes about her relationship with Nikki and that she was taking sides, which led to the Baddies Gone Wild cast. Members addressed the situation on her Instagram account on March 5th. And basically, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
She said, she's grown and she can do whatever she wants to do. She has no loyalty to Nikki.
And what's interesting about that is, we've never even really heard about her. So it's not like Nikki talks about her sister, all loving or what. We don't even hear about this girl. So she's spotted at a Cardi B concert, and all of a sudden, Nikki's little sister. Nikki don't seem to care about this girl, so like she says, she could do what she want, support who she want. It is what it is.
You said it. All right. Next. Well, we just rolling right here. Cardi B sued by fan for assault and battery after viral 2023 microphone throw incident. This is a hot mess.
Yeah, it is.
So basically, we saw the video. Everybody's seen the video. Apparently, they threw water on Cardi.
I remember this. Yeah.
And Cardi response was she threw the microphone, and she basically gave them a lashing. And so this person as you know, I got hit by a microphone from Cardi B, so she decides I'm going to sue. Well, she didn't include her name in the lawsuit. So this court hearing is Cardi wants the person to come forward and identify themselves, or the suit needs to be dismissed.
I agree.
I
agree.
Then there was a follow-up. The person, they still didn't say who they were, but they said that they did not identify themselves because ever since attending the concert, that they've went back home and they've gotten backlash and being bullied and having mental, emotionally, and psychological distress. And so they're suffering. Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go. Suffering from mental health issues as a result of the incident, and wants to avoid more potential backlash. So she filed the lawsuit under Jane Doe.
And it's amazing that all of a sudden she's filing now. This was in 2023. Why not back then? If she's dealing with all of this, why not file back then?
Yeah, it says she filed a lawsuit on July 21st. So of course, this had to be last year. It's allegedly assault and battery and negligence against the Grammy-winning rapper.
Yeah. I don't blame Cardi. You're gonna come after me? Say it with your chest.
Yeah, it says 2 years. This happened 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of in trouble with the law, Britney Spears arrested in California for DUI. Yeah, this is not a good look, Miss Spears.
No, it's not.
Says she was arrested in Ventura County, California Wednesday night for a DUI. Law enforcement source tells TMZ the pop star was handcuffed by the California Highway Patrol around 9:30 p.m. and she was booked by the sheriff department around 3 a.m. and she was released from jail around 6 a.m. But once the California Highway Patrol, CHIP, I used to watch that TV show back in the day, officer transported her to the hospital to draw her blood because I guess they were trying to not only know that they wanted to determine her blood alcohol content, but they also wanted to determine if she was on something other than alcohol.
Right.
You know, she might have had, they say she might have had some white girl with her.
Right.
All right, but yeah, and of course, the people that, or you might say her kids, are not very favorable of her being arrested. And apparently, one of the kids did speak out, and so I guess I don't know if she has a boy and a girl or what the case may be, but I know the young man is who she gave a shout out to, that she's going to do better and she's going to make it up to him. So we'll see. But I believe the kids are in the custody of their father.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next. All right. Lifetime inks major deal with Queen Latifah, Taraji P. Henson, Taye Diggs, Sherry Shepherd, and more. Lifetime latest upfront brought good news for, again, Queen Latifah, Taraji P. Henson, Taye Diggs, and Sherry Shepherd. Lifetime is gearing up to make a serious investment in black storytelling.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So on Wednesday, March 4th, they did a presentation to reveal I guess they call it foray into micro dramas, while also inking deal for new projects with several key players in the black Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah, and this was reported by Deadline. All right. Christina Aguilera, 45, leaves fans guessing after sharing a bold and cryptic racy post. Basically, from what I've seen the pictures, and it is like they're saying that it's basically giving the dirty era, 2002. So, and it might be they saying there might be a hint that she might be returning to American music, or should I say music in English?
Oh my goodness.
So we will see. We will see. We'll keep. Maybe she'll make. Maybe her and Rihanna go on tour together.
Sure.
Welcome back.
Right.
All right. Speaking of music, Kanye West announced Rare Los Angeles show ahead of new album Bully. So everyone was thinking that Kanye was, for lack of a better term, dead. In as far as being able to perform in a public venue, but apparently he worked out his deal with SoFi Stadium. Pre-sales starts on April 1st. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. The concert's going to be. Wait a minute, this is. I think the concert is going to be on April 1st. Which I don't like that. That's like April Fool's Day, is that not?
Yeah, it is.
So it says pre-sales for the April 1st date begins on March 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, followed by general sales on March 13th at 10 a.m. So California time, basically.
Okay.
But I just don't like the fact that it's April 1st. It's April Fool's Day.
Right.
So I hope it's not a joke.
Me too.
People go spend all that money. All right, and that will conclude celebrity entertainment news. Now we're gonna go into interesting news stories. All right, if you want to take this one, an update on Punch, the Japanese snow monkey capturing hearts.
I tell you what, following this story is like a shot of serotonin every time I see an update. But just to recap, baby Punch at the time was 7 months old. He was initially abandoned by his mother and was being taken care of by the zookeepers. And when they introduced him into the troop to, be able to bond with the other monkeys, he was being bullied. So they gave him a stuffed orangutan from IKEA, and like I say, videos of him hugging and, dragging this orangutan, just heartwarming. But now he is being accepted into the troop. There's been videos of him being groomed and being hugged. But also, I got the cutest updates recently. There's one, basically he still has his stuffy. So there's one of him actually washing his stuffy's face and everything and grooming him. There's another where he's sharing his food, so he'll take a bite, look like some kind of fruit, and then he'll give the stuffy, and then he'll take another bite. So like I say, all the updates of Baby Punch is just heartwarming. Oh, and also he's walking on 2 legs now, and they're saying that he's able to walk for longer periods than any other monkey, and they're saying that this is because of being in the care of his human caretakers. So yeah, Baby Punch is thriving, and I love to see it.
All right, good on you, Punch.
Oh my gosh.
Now there was also a talk of him. They're gonna wean him off the little stuffy.
Yeah, they better not.
They're gonna take the stuffy away from him.
Don't take his stuffy.
You know what? Yeah, they're gonna take his stuffy.
No, we ride at dawn for Punch. We will. You know what? Don't take his stuffy.
All right, you gonna ride by yourself? Well, I might not say ride by yourself. Go to Japan. We're gonna go to Japan, but you can go see Punch. I'm gonna go see my son.
And I can do both. He'll go see Punch with me. Now what?
Somebody's gonna ride for Punch. Okay.
That's right.
Well, while we riding for Punch, Don't forget that you got a bucket list of going to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
So
That's not. On to the next.
I am on to the next. That was a good setup. Girl Scout troops draw buzz after runaway cookie sales outside a cannabis shop. A New Jersey Girl Scout troop found cookie sales in high demands outside a cannabis dispensary, but the move may have landed the group in hot water with the organization's leader.
I say it's good marketing. Leave those girls alone.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, hold up.
Supply and demand.
You can't write this no better. So let me get this straight, right? So the Girl Scouts sells cookies. They send the cookies out to the troops. The troops have to sell the cookies by any means necessary.
Right.
So when they decide, they say, hey, I'm going to set up shop behind a dispensary. They sell out their cookie. I think they got to give like half the money back to the Girl Scouts of America or something like that. And then
I'm not sure how.
then I don't know how the the breakdown is either, but I'm sure there's somewhere in there. So they're selling the cookies to customers. So I would say it, whether they're outside a Walmart or a Target, or it's still a store. So the leaders of the Girl Scouts of America are disappointed, and they're saying that this group may be reprimanded and they may not be able to set up outside the store.
For what? For good marketing? Come on, that's stupid. They're making better sales than setting up outside the Sam's.
Yeah. So that's the rumor that they because they were planning on to come back. I don't know if someone complained or whatever the case may be, but they had to move. They had to leave, and then they said they will be back to continue to do their sales and whatnot. But yeah, it'll be a shame if something like this.
Yeah.
Like I say, and it's a short period of time, so it ain't like they're out there all year long.
And it's not like they're going in the dispensary. They're just selling to the people coming out of the dispensary.
Right.
Folks come out with their pre-rolls and whatnot. Pick up a couple of boxes of cookies, go home, play video games, and have a time.
Yep, win-win.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next. Serena Williams shares what it means for Mattel to make a Barbie doll of her. All right, so for yours, this is again Women's History Month, and of course that was March 8th was the actual day of celebration, in case anyone was wondering. But they were celebrating women all month long,
right?
And so Barbie did a. So there is a doll out there, I believe, of Serena in her tennis outfit.
Okay.
And now they have her in a business suit.
Right.
So I'm gonna list the names, and I apologize if I butcher some of these names, but I think there was a total of 8 women. One again, Serena Williams, U.S. tennis legend and entrepreneur. So they have her in a business suit. Kelly Girardi, U.S. research astronaut. So she basically has on a regular outfit with like a flight jacket. Regina Servient Alvarado, Mexico, professional race car driver, and she basically has on a Barbie race car driver, and she has her helmet. Chloe Kelly, football player or soccer, and she's in her soccer uniform with a Nike swoosh on it. Helena Fisher, Germany, pop artist, and she's basically blonde with a gold microphone, and she's holding the microphone in her hand, and she has a little sparkly outfit on. And then we have Zajoy Skubas, Poland. Again, I apologize if I butchered her name, and she is an expedition climber. Poland. I don't know. I can't figure which one she is, but Stephanie Gilmore from Australia, professional surfer. And yeah, I know who she is. She's has like on a little bodysuit and she has a surfboard.
Okay.
And then we got Smriti Mandahana, India cricketer, and she, of course, she has on a sports outfit, and then she has some wood. I guess like the
She plays cricket.
Cricket, though, like the what
Yeah.
what they call it? I don't know, the bat, the swoop little thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The hero. Okay. And that would be all of them. So that's the eight. Eight women, and those dolls are out there in the ether. So get them while you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna be meeting Serena.
All right, and I think that concludes entertaining news stories. Unless you have something else. All right. Next, we're gonna go into Melanated March Women History Month. Moments. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Women contribution and accomplishments have largely been overlooked and consequently omitted from mainstream cultures. The National Women History Museum helped fill that void. To this end, the museum serves to place women history within current historical narratives because exclusive history is good history. And this is a person that we're highlighting. Her name is Henrietta Lack. Okay, and Henrietta was born in 1920. She was a black woman who died of cervical cancer in 1951. Cells taken from her body without her knowledge were used to form the HeLa cell line, which have been used extensively in medical research since that time. Lack's case has sparked legal and ethical debates over the right of an individual to his or her genetic material and tissues. Her story inspired a best-selling book titled The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lack, which was adapted into a movie starring Oprah Winfrey.
I did not know that. Okay. We might have to check that out.
I'll give you some information on. Yeah, I did my little research after it was pointed out to me. This is what we were doing. All right. So now I'm going to sum it up a little bit. I do have a lot of notes here, but for the sake of time, we're going to sum it up.
Right.
So basically, as I read in the opening, her cells were harvested while they were basically trying to figure out what was wrong with her. But they knew she had cancer.
To find out what was going on and got the diagnosis. And like you say, as she's being examined, they took her cells without her consent.
Right. Well, they may have had. It says without consent. So what they did is they probably told her that they were going to, biopsy or whatever, but they took a little extra,
right,
and didn't let her know. But the thing that was reason why her cells became so interesting was because even though they were cancerous cells, and she was, suffering from the cancer and whatnot, the cells did not die. They lived and were multiplying.
Like gremlins. My apologies. Go on.
So, and here's the trippy part. Remember I said she died in 1951.
Right.
Her cells are still being used today.
Yeah.
They were also instrumental on them for COVID-19 vaccination.
And the polio
vaccination.
Yeah.
So, and they are still using her cells today.
But the thing is, her family was not compensated.
Yeah, family was not compensated, and they have filed a lawsuit
As they should.
Right. So, the Lack family learned about HeLa cells in 1970, and in 1973, a scientist contacted family members seeking blood samples and other genetic material, but inquired from the family regarding the use of HeLa cells, and publications that included her own genetic information were largely ignored. The case was gained new visibility in 1998 when the BBC screened an award-winning document on Lax and HeLa. Rebecca Skloot later wrote a popular book on the subject called The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lack. On August 1st, the estate of Henrietta Lack settled its lawsuit against the Massachusetts biotech company. I believe this was in 2021.
Okay.
Complaint: Lack's family accused Thermo Fisher Scientific Inc. of profiting from the HeLa cell line named after the black mother of 5 whose tissue was harvested without her knowledge or consent while she was being treated for cervical cancer. The terms of the settlement are confidential.
Okay.
All right.
So they did so. But it also brings up the question of black people, especially black women, how they're treated in the medical field. Going all the way back to being experimented on during slavery, to what happened to Miss Henrietta Lacks, to even currently women being turned away in active labor and being, put in danger, having to deliver in their car, things like that. So it's still things going on to this day that need to be addressed and changed in the medical field as it goes to treatment of black women.
Yeah, you said a mouthful. And yeah, that's been recent when I heard about that. When they sent she was in there, she was already 6 or 7 meters dilated, and they sent her home and had an attitude like she was taking up space in the hospital.
Right.
Yeah. So the father did deliver the baby, and of course they went and all those nurses and everyone and the doctors were fired.
Right.
The hospital did settle, even though they said they didn't want any money. The hospital did compensate them,
and that's only because it went viral. Just think about how many things have slipped through the cracks before the days of everything being videoed and put online. Before like we had this technology to put everything on the internet, so many things slipped through the crack. There was no going viral back then.
You're absolutely correct. All right, we have another story here, and this one is Maria Van Britten Brown.
Yes.
Invented the first home security system, a predecessor to modern CCTV system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like I say, you Google her name, everything will come up. I have pictures of her security system. So basically, what her and her husband developed the system.
They lived in. Was it Chicago or New York? Where were they?
Let me skim through right quick. I believe they were in New York, Queens. They lived in Queens, New York.
Right.
Yeah, she was an African American nurse, and he was he worked in some type of technology. He was an electrician. Okay. Yeah, so his name was Albert Brown, and again, so they had some cameras, and
it was said that she felt unsafe in their neighborhood.
Right,
that's what.
Right, so at this point, she felt unsafe. So what she did is she created a system where she can have cameras in the peephole, and then she can have the TV monitors And she had a speaker system set up
Mm-hmm.
to where she could talk to the people. They had a microphone, and she could press a button where she could hear them talk. Or so basically, at that time, it was the modern day intercom, CCTV security system.
Basically, she's made the blueprint that, like we have Ring and Blink today, but she created the blueprint, basically.
Right. So, but during that time, they I believe she did get the patent for it. But what it was is that they could only design and put these systems in the wealthy people's houses.
Right.
So that's who benefited for this
Of
of this.
Even though it was initially created, but because she felt unsafe and, you know, and in a, I don't want to say a bad neighborhood, but that's what it was created for. But those people couldn't benefit from it, ironically.
Right. Right. So, but like I say, the wealthy, they did put these in the wealthy's houses and in their mansions and all that stuff, and
Right.
and they made a killing off of it. And then of course now you have the day with the, like you say, the blink and all, and the
Ring.
rings, and of course
ADT.
ADT, safe, was it Safe Touch?
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Right.
So
but,
so it is.
but Miss Van Britton Brown created the blueprint. Let's not forget it.
That's correct. Says the Browns' home security system proved to be beyond the means of most households in the 1960s. Its influence seems to be beyond doubt in the 2020s. Perhaps telling aspects of its designs started to find their way into business securities before they were widely utilized in homes. But gradually, the idea that Maria and Albert envisioned the best part of 6 decades ago have become fairly commonplace. For many years, home securities was the sole preserve of wealthy homeowners who had the means and the motivation to populate their expensive properties with security cameras, and in theory at least gain some peace of mind. But the last decade has witnessed the dawn of smart technology that presents budget-friendly solutions to monitoring the coming and goings inside and outside your home via a mobile phone app. The Browns' originally patent has now been cited in at least 32 patents applications, and it's not unreasonable to claim that they've invented the closed-circuit TV security system. The fact that Maria Van Britton Brown died in 1999 at the age of 76, long before her ingenious home security system began to be properly realized, given some sense of its remarkable presence.
Right.
Wow. And so tune in next week when we have some more Melaninated March Women History Moments.
Yes.
And I think this is very good, this information. I can't wait to see what she has in store for next month.
Oh my goodness.
See what name you come up for next month and what we're going to talk about. Oh, we're going to talk about.
All right.
All right. Now we're going to move into food releases. All right. So do you have anything notable before I go over what I got here?
No, not really.
No? Okay. Nothing sticking out? No? Okay, I got you. All right. Let's proceed. All right. Chick-fil-A. So apparently in 2024, Chick-fil-A, we're talking about their waffle potato fries, they changed their recipe.
And people are not happy.
They were not happy. So they have officially put back to the original, what's the word I'm looking for? Cooking or seasoning, I guess. So they went back to the original flavor, recipe. There you go, recipe. That's the word I'm looking for. So they went back to the original recipe. So,
They got tired of being dragged. They changed back like Cracker Barrel changed that sign back.
wow, you went, okay, all right, all right. Next, oh my goodness, Frito Lay's has long history of pushing boundaries with its limited edition flavors. Right now they have
They're doing the flavor swaps.
cheddar and sour cream ruffles, but the twist is with Doritos this time. So I would love to get my hands on that, but I know. And then they have Ruffles Doritos Cool Ranch on Ruffles tater chips, and then the Cheetos they brought in the barbecue, the sweet Southern barbecue.
Sweet Southern heat.
I have here sweet Southern barbecue.
Okay.
On crunchy Cheetos.
Sure.
All right. Next, Peeps just dropped a new first of its kind flavor that fans say is better than the original.
There's nothing new about this, but go on.
Okay.
It's marshmallow coated in sugar.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what to say. She has spoken. But they have not only have they, I guess, came out with a new flavor, but they're also partnering with.
What's the flavor? Because Peeps don't have a flavor. They have colors and sugar. So what's the flavor?
Be truthful. It doesn't say.
Doesn't, exactly. Because you get artificial colors and you get marshmallow coated in sugar. Maybe it's a new shape. We got bunnies and chicks since I was a child and before. So what are we doing?
Well, they did partner with Duncan Hines and Rita's Italian Ice, and they're gonna bring the Easter time marshmallows to grocery stores and fast food chains alike. But the company has also continued to expand its own lineup. But you're absolutely right. They didn't.
There's no flavor. That's what I'm saying. False advertisement.
Maybe.
There's no maybe. You're getting marshmallow coated in sugar with artificial colors.
Okay.
It's kind of like candy corn. As a child, it's okay, it's whatever. But as an adult, there's no way we're still eating Peeps.
Okay, I'm going to move on. Philadelphia cream cheese has a new flavor.
Is it actually a flavor? What we got?
They're going to be making cream cheese frosting.
That's not a flavor. It's frosting is not a flavor. But go off.
Should I stop? Okay, so there. I always know you do the flavors and stuff, and you put them on y'all bagels and all that stuff. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, but cream cheese frosting is not a flavor. It's literally cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, and vanilla.
okay. Well, now you can put it on your cupcakes or your carrot cakes or your red velvet cakes and your hummingbird cakes. So it's made specifically for cakes.
Uh-huh. Sure.
All right, I'm moving on. Oh, good Lord. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta catch my breath. Oh, you got me laughing so hard. Okay, I hope this one intrigues you. Bluebell just dropped a new flavor, and fans think it might be the best one yet.
Is it a flavor?
You can tell yourself, God. You know what?
Or is it ice cream flavor? Go on.
The flavor blends creamy vanilla ice cream with the mild sweetness of honey, delivering a comforting yet elevated dessert experience.
I'm actually curious about this one.
Lord, thank you. I got one.
We might have to find this one.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll keep a lookout. Well, when we go shopping, we'll keep a lookout for it. All right. The torture I'm going through with this food. All right, here we go.
Go on.
I don't know if I want to.
Go on.
Pillsbury has a new
Go on.
limited edition cookie dough fans are running to find.
Is it new? What we got?
All right, this is new.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they're of course you got to find it. They've partnered with the Mario Galaxy movie, which is coming out here soon, and they have Yoshi cookies.
Okay, so it's not a flavor; it's a shape.
Well, they said, well, it's a sugar cookie, so I guess that would be. It's a Yoshi-shaped sugar cookie dough. Pillsbury has teamed up with Nintendo and Illuminations to create a limited edition shaped cookie dough inspired by the franchise's most beloved character, Yoshi.
All
right. So now, and they've also brought back the cinnamon roll strawberry and cream. Pillsbury Grand Cinnamon Rolls, Strawberry and Cream.
I actually want to try that.
Okay. So it was first introduced in 2018. So they're bringing that back.
Okay.
All right. Good Lord. I got two. All right. And, okay, so it's March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
So McDonald's has launching their Croc Happy Meals. This past Tuesday. So this is past Tuesday. So on March 10th.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go get your McDog Happy Meal. Exactly a week after the chain Big Arch Burger made the U.S. debut, each McDog Happy Meal.
McDog?
Yes, McDaag. So basically, it's a play on words. It's so NCAA. So it's McDaag.
Oh my god. Okay. All right, go on.
Men's basketball. I don't know. Yeah,
Go on.
The March Madness. One miniature Croc keychain. This tiny claw comes in 6 different varieties, featuring vibrant shades of red, blue, orange, and yellow, and Gibbet's Charm sticker. These decorative stickers allow you to personalize your mini kicks, making them your own. So, for all you kids out there that want to support the NCAA, go get your Crocs from McDonald's.
Speaking of Gibbets, there's a Punch Gibbet that's available for real Crocs out there. Just putting that out there. Go on.
Okay. Well, that concludes food releases.
All right.
And now we're going to roll into movies and TVs.
All right.
All right, let's get it started. Oscars 2026 winners, one battle after another, wins big with Michael B. Jordan and Jessie Buckley. For those that don't know, this past Sunday was the Oscars, and it was the conclusion. I want to say conclusion. It was the Oscars normally is the big thing. But allegedly BET still supposed to be putting the award show on, but we'll see, of course.
Sure.
But one battle after another ended the 2026 Oscar by winning Best Picture on the night, which saw Michael B. Jordan and Jessie Buckley also earn Top Acting Prize. Jordan, 39, shocked the world as he upset Timothée Chalamet to win Best Actor for Sinners, as Buckley, 36, took home Best Actress for her work in Hamnet at the 98th Academy Awards held at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. Paul Thomas Anderson was awarded the top prize of the night alongside Tiana Taylor and the rest of the cast and crew, as the film earned the most wins of the night with 6.
Okay.
Gongs? The American Black comedy comedy action thriller film triumphed over a competitive field, including Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, The Secret Agent, Sentiment Value, and Sinners, and The Train Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Anderson, 55, who wrote and directed the film, made sure to recognize his fellow nominees during the acceptance speech. As he said, in 1975, the Oscars nominees for Best Picture were Dog Day Afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Jaws, Nashville, and there is no best among them. It is just what the mood might be that day, but we're happy to be part of this, a wonderful, wonderful journey with our fellow nominees, our fellow filmmakers, and that even weren't recognized by the Academy.
Okay.
And then I have pictures of the One Better After Another cast, and Michael B. Jordan, and what was her name? Buckley? I forget what her first name was. Yeah. And did they play her off? I think.
I don't.
Yeah, I think. Well, they let her and Michael speak.
Mm-hmm.
But they did some. But when K-pop Demon Hunter came up, and some of the others, when they came up to speak,
Mm-hmm.
one person spoke, but they had like 2 or 3 people win the awards,
Right.
and a lot of times it was like triple. It was a lot of triple. You know, I mean, it was like they may have won an award, but it was 3 people, so they gave all 3 people Oscars.
Right.
Well, one person spoke, and then once that one person spoke and named off everybody, as soon as the second person spoke, and sometimes they may make to the third person, but the Oscars were playing them off, and
Yeah,
people were
they'd
not
start that
happy.
music and
Oh,
I didn't like that.
another side note: the Oscars did have. We thought it was just maybe the service or whatever, but they said that the audio problems was worldwide. So it was so whoever was running the board, they screwed up the audio. And yes, we was like stuff was being beeped out. We were thinking stuff was being beeped out.
They're being censored. They're being censored.
No, it wasn't being. Well, some of it we can
Some
tell
of
they
them
said
were being
yeah. We
censored.
said it was being censored. Some of it was just a technological glitch.
Right. Some of them were definitely being censored.
Yeah, but like I say, it was a good thing. Now, also, they did the musical for Sinners. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about the ballerina.
Yeah, so they actually had Misty Copeland to perform with them, which we recently talked about her a few months ago when she retired as the first and only black principal dancer for the American Ballet Theater. So she, strives to open doors for upcoming, young black women, coming up behind her. But the fact that they got her to perform with them for the Sinners montage was nothing short of amazing. She looked amazing. And she did all of that while recovering from hip surgery. So, yeah.
And one of the other reasons she wanted to be here, apparently, Timothy Chalamet did some controversial remarks regarding the ballet, and that's when she, jumped up and said, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna be part of the performance," literally.
Yeah.
But she did good. I mean, she danced
flawless.
all the way through the
She
montage,
did.
so that was crazy. And you saying she just was recovering from hip surgery?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, she did amazing.
So that's crazy. Like I said, I was pulling up. I have the list of Oscar winners, and I was gonna go down the list here, and it was so here we go. All right, so Best Picture was One Better After Another. Best Director was Paul Thomas Anderson, One Better After Another. Best Actor was Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. Best Actress was Jessie Buckley Hamlet. And Best Supporting Actress went to Sean Penn who didn't even show up.
Yeah.
They ragged him about
Yeah.
that. But he makes history because he joins, what's his name? The Jack Nicholson, and he joins your girl for Devil Wears Prada,
Meryl Streep.
Mel Streep, and who's the third person? Oh my God, I think it was him.
All right, well, go on.
So yeah, he makes history. Then we have Amy Madigan for weapons. Oh, and she was delightful. She's married to Ed Harris, so I've enjoyed his work. But she was up there, and basically they made the comment talking about, oh, this is the second person to dress up like a Joker that wins the award.
Oh, wow.
You get it? Because the other person was the one that played the Joker in the Dark Knight.
Sure.
Ryan Coogler, he won for Best Original Screenplay for Sinners. Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another for Best Adapted Screenplay. Best Animated Feature was K-Pop Demon Hunter. Best International Feature, Sentinel Value, was Norway. Best Documentary featuring Mr. Nobody against Putin. And he had...
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel presented, and it was hilarious.
Yes, it was all hilarious, and basically he threw some shade, but we're gonna keep it moving. Best Supporting Shorts, All the Empty Rooms. Best Live Action Short, The Singer and the Two People Exchange Slava. Oh, that was crazy.
I still can't believe that's the real title.
And it was all LBGTQ plus community. But Best Animated Shorts, The Girl Who Cried Pearls. Best Original Score, Ludwig Göransson, Sinners. Best Original Song, Golden by K-Pop Demon Hunter. Best Cinematography, Autumn Durrell Arkapaw, Sinners. Apologize for the name. Best Filming, Editing, One Better After Another. Best Sound, F1. Best Production Design, Frankenstein. Best Costume Design, Frankenstein, Kate Hawley. Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Frankenstein. Best Visual Effects, Avatar, Fire and Ash. Best Casting, Cassandra Kouloukoutis, One Battle After Another. And that was the best casting is a new category that was added this year. And let's see here. Let me see if I can remember this correctly. So, One Battle After Another won 6 awards. Sinners won 4 awards. And somebody else came up and I know Frankenstein won a lot of awards. So I think Frankenstein might have came in 3rd.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that. So that basically completes that regards to the watching the Oscars. Next, we're gonna go into The Bear. We got some TV shows. The Bear is closing its kitchen doors after 5 seasons. So, if it was, we watched at least the first 2. I can't remember what. Maybe halfway through the 3rd.
I don't think we got to the 3rd.
I think I watched a little bit of the 3rd.
Sure.
They basically did an episode per person. Basically, each episode per. Anyway, I don't tell the story movie or whatever. But yeah, the last I know season 4 we did not watch, and season 5 is going to be starting here soon. And I don't know if we're going to get around watching it, but yes. But their basically show is going to be canceled after the 5th season.
Okay.
Next, we have Scary Movie 2026. 2 friends find themselves caught in mayhem involving killers, monsters, and supernatural creatures. Once again, that starts. It'll be in theaters on June 5th.
Okay.
Monster Inc. 3 reportedly in development by Pixar. Basically, these are $1 billion movies. Sure, when that third movie comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Monster University, which was a prequel, it didn't do so well, but they're figuring the Monsters Inc. 3 should do very well, and it's been by the time this come out, it's going to be because they're talking what 2028, 2029. So yeah, good on them. But yeah, Disney's in actually it's Pixar, so they're gonna do the reboot train, as you can say. Next one's coming out, Incredibles 3.
Mm-hmm.
They have it's 2028, and it'll be 24 years from the original movie when it debuted.
Oh my goodness.
So, matter of fact, it'll be 10 years since the sequel.
Mm.
So they're woo. But as of right now, they've earning 1.2 billion on just on the Incredibles.
Okay.
So, yeah, the remake station. That's what the Disney's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the next one that they said they're gonna be doing, which there's some controversy, but Coco. They're gonna. I don't think Coco did very well, but they said that it warrants a remake.
I thought it did.
Yeah.
I love Coco.
Basically the story. They think everybody loves the story, and Pixar takes their time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what makes these movies that they're doing so successful,
Mm-hmm.
because this story, they do a well-rounded story,
Right.
and it pulls you in. And then they're also doing the culture,
Mm-hmm.
granted, the Incredibles were basically the not Fantastic Four. Well, yeah, they're basically in Fantastic Four. And so there was a spin-off of that. And then, what was the other one I did here? Let me go back here real quick. Oh, Monsters Inc.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of, I don't know, how would you compare that to?
You can.
Maybe because they're
no.
friendship type situation. Kind of like Barty and Fred.
No,
Barty
stop.
and Fred. Well, they do get into mayhem and mischief.
Okay. Moving on.
But Coco, I don't forget what the nationality was, but they delved into his nationality and how, and like I said, most of the movies they do, like Turning Red was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Inside Out. So, but but there's a little controversy because they don't know if they meant that Coco would get a. They said the announcement was a mistake, but we don't know if it was the year or the fact that if it was actually in development.
Right.
But I guess we'll have to wait and see and get their official information. And speaking of Disney, Bob Iger is stepping down officially tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and his predecessor will be taking over as the new leader of Disney.
Okay.
So that happens tomorrow, and I think they're gonna make a big announcement and all that stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
but what Iger is, like I say, he's stepping down a second time because Bob Chapek screwed the pooch during the pandemic, and so they had to call Bob Iger back to right the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he's right the ship, they have a person that's coming from, I believe, the theme parks.
Mm-hmm.
He was the person that was over the theme parks, so now he's going to be running the whole shebang. And of course, he's been mentored by Bob Iger,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully he keeps the ship running well.
Right.
I said it, I think I scrapped it, but I forget what his name is. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, since we'll be talking about him, sure, in the future. We definitely will be talking about him in the future, I'm sure. Josh D'Amaro will become the new CEO of Walt Disney Company effective March 18th. Yep. There's another appointment by Bob Iger, and they said hopefully this one will be the right one. All right. Next we have Hoppers.
Oh
Hoppers, a 19-year-old animal lover, used technology that placed her conscience into a robotic beaver to uncover mysteries within the animal world beyond her imaginations. And apparently, I forgot the biggest movie for
Pixar.
Pixar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the biggest movie.
The biggest
opening weekend. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see, what has Hoppers made so far? Let's go to the Mojo real quick. Okay, that's not the Mojo I want. Here we go. See where we're going at here. Yeah, Hoppers is the top. Was top grossing last weekend. Of course, it's made 168 million thus far. It opened domestically with 45 million. So,
Okay.
all right, let's move on to the next. Reminder of him. After prison, a woman attempted to reconnect with her young daughter but faces resistance from everyone except the bar owner with ties to her child. As they grow closer, she must confront her past mistakes to build a hopeful future. And from the trailer, so I'm not giving away anything that's not in the trailer. So basically, they were young, and she got in a car accident, and I believe she was driving, and her baby daddy died in the car accident, and she got charged for his unaliving.
Right.
And she went to jail. I believe she did like 6 to 8 years, and she gets out, and of course her daughter, while she was pregnant, and she had the baby, but the baby was being raised by her family, or maybe his family. But his parents didn't forgive her, and so when she, like I say, she comes back home, she's still relatively young, but when she gets home, she has a bunch of challenges as far as people and whatnot, and they do show the parents getting in her face about talking about she's here and our son's not. So it's a very touching movie, and we're going to hopefully go check it out here soon. All right. Another movie is coming up. We've Super Mario Galaxy movie. And we want to go over the cast here because once the movie was announced, and the movie will be in theaters on April 1st. So if you're not attending the Kanye West concert, then you're more than welcome to, go to your local theater and watch the Mario Galaxy movie. It is the first movie did 1.3 billion, so I'm sure this movie is going to be in the same aspect. The list of people, of course, Chris Pratt will play Mario, a plumber originally from Brooklyn. Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, the ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom. Charlie Day as Luigi, Mario's timid younger brother. Jack Black as Bowser, the king of the Koopas. Kenan Michael Key as Toad, an anthropomorphic mushroom from the Mushroom Kingdom. Whoa, say that real fast 3 times. Benny Safdie as Browser, God Lord, Browser Jr., Bowser's son and heir to the Koopa throne. Kevin Michael Richards as Kamek, a Megalokoopa serving as Bowser's advisor and informant. Brie Larson as Princess Rosalina, princess from outer space and adoptive mother of the Lumas. Donald Glover as Yoshi, a green dinosaur that Mario and Luigi befriends. Additional roles include Louis Guzman as King Wart, Issa Rae as the Honey Queen, Juliet Jelenic, daughter of the co-director Michael Jelenic, returns as Lumen Lee. I think that was the star.
Okay.
A nearly blue Luma who was held prisoner by Bowser in the. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, that's funny. I see that in the commercial. Basically, the little blue star is in the prison, and they got him in a little cell, and everything. He can escape, but he's like, "Yeah, we're back."
Yeah, right.
And now works as a prison guard. Citations needed. While Ed Scruder voices Rob, a robot that works at the Gateway Galaxy. So, but the biggest thing, like I say, they added Donald Glover and Issa Rae, and I'm sure it's, like I said, I don't know who. I mean, I played Mario. But mostly my brothers and sons played and beat the games, so I don't know who was it. Princess Honey or Queen Honey or the Honey Queen. I don't know what that character is, but I'll be very interested to see who and how it is played.
Right.
And Yoshi, I already know he's gonna be a trip for Yoshi. All right, next we have Hannah Montana 20th anniversary trailer. Miley Cyrus back for the special. That's going to air on March 24th. So I'm sure it's going to be on the Disney. It's going to premiere on the Disney Channel. The show is exactly 20 years. So this premiere is going to be 20 years from the original show premiere on Disney Channel. Yeah, so I'm sure this is going to be, like I say, on March 24th. On Disney Plus. So I'm gonna tune in and see what they do. Like to see, matter of fact, I wouldn't mind seeing Maya to get back to doing some acting, but she's been doing a lot of music. But I wouldn't mind seeing her get back and doing some acting. I know it's little kids shows, which I really didn't watch it at the beginning. I kind of watched it toward the end. Especially when they was having like the little specials and stuff. And it was the Best of Both Worlds, I think they did one of them, where she played two parts. She played Hannah Montana and she played Miley Cyrus in the show. Okay, so next we got, that's it. That's the end. All right. Unwind with us. Like, follow, and subscribe. You have anything else?
As far as how we unwind, we didn't make it to the movies this past week, but we plan hopefully to make it this weekend. What is it called?
Remembering Him.
Remembering Him.
Right.
That's definitely on the to-do list.
Okay. Matter of fact, let me look and see. It's, like I say, the slate is packed pretty much from here on to the of course I think May 1st is Devil Wears Prada, so
can't wait.
Yeah, we're really waiting for that one. But also I'm gonna check out One Battle After Another. I don't know if you want to watch that with me, guys. It's from my understanding, it's very entertaining. Like I said, it does star Tiana Taylor and Matt Damon and all that good stuff. So it's an all-star cast, and it's multicultural, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. Another movie that's in theaters right now, that they say is gonna have Oscar buzz next year, is Hail Mary.
I don't remember this one.
Okay, basically what they call it Hail Mary is because it's a space movie, and it's kind of like now I don't want to compare it to, but it's more like Armageddon. They find out that the sun is dying, and this is the one I understand. The sun is dying, so they send one of our scientists or wherever up in the space. Like I say, we got to watch it to see. But when he gets up there to do whatever he's supposed to do to save people on Earth, he meets a rock creature. And it's a practical puppet that they use throughout the movie, and he's on the same mission. So they have to break down the conversation barrier. And once they do that, they work together to, I guess, save the sun and save our planet and his planet. So that's the movie that's starting this Friday, Project Hail Mary. That's what the buzz is. The Dune 3 trailer dropped, so it looks pretty good. Jason Momoa, of course, it stars Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Jason Momoa. Twilight Boy is in there too now. Robert Pattinson, he's in there. So it's a whole list of characters in there. So I'm looking forward to when this movie comes out again. Like I say, this weekend Project Hail Mary comes out. I don't think there's any other notable ones.
I think that's all for now.
All right. Yeah. All right. So, and how I unwind, of course, play my video game, playing the Game Pass. That's always. Yeah. If nothing else, I'm gonna play my video games.
Right.
Yeah, after getting home from a long day of work. All right. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nikki.
Until next time, keep unwinding.